Okay, it's recording.
Okay, so here are my note cards.
Okay.
Owen Haley, Elijah Wellington,
Asher Wellington,
Kent Haley.
Allison Haley,
Benedict Heffernan, Clementine Heffernan, Annalise Haley,
Jennifer Heffernan,
Tobias Heffernan.
Jeremy Heffernan.
Did you know that most of the unfavorable facts about cats are actually myths? Hi, my name is Abigail Heffernan, and I have owned cats for a long time, and for me, they've all been very, very sweet. Many people don't like cats for various reasons, but most of the reasons that they don't like cats are actually not true. Today we will be going over some of the myths that people have about cats and why they came about, and we'll go over why they're wrong and then some of the pros about cats. First, let's go over some of the myths that people have about cats. Okay. Many people have learned or heard many myths about how cats behave toward people. Many people think that cats are not affectionate, that they only care about food. They don't really care about their owner. Like if their owner was to leave, then they'd be totally fine with that as long as they keep getting fed. They don't actually really care about anyone. The other myth is that cats are evil. I've heard this one personally, is that they're from the devil. This is not true at all. Cats are not evil. And another isn't really a myth, but many people compare them to dogs a lot. And the thing is, cats just aren't like dogs. An article by Mary Bates, a PhD on animal minds, points out that cats are always compared to dogs and oftentimes unfavorably. Dogs are different animals and they're going to act differently. Now let's talk about why these myths aren't actually true. So the first myth, cats aren't affectionate. Cats do show affection. They're just not quite as exuberant about it. It's a little more subtle. They'll walk with their tail up, they'll let you give them a belly rub, they'll cuddle a little bit, they'll blink slowly, and that's their ways of saying that they love you. A study done in 2019 by Oregon State University shows that cats have a very strong bond with their owner. In fact, the bond between cats and their owners is very close to a human bond, a bond that two people would have for each other, not so much the pet and owner bond. The same study also showed that cats prefer human interaction over food. The second myth, that cats are evil. I've heard the reason why people think this, and part of it is that they think that cats aren't affectionate, but another reason I've heard is their cruelty when they're catching prey. And the way they do catch prey is kind of cruel, but they have an instinct to attack small things to keep them, to sustain them. And all animals have these instincts, so it's not their fault. They're not being cruel, they're just acting on instinct. And we see this when like a shepherd dog is herding things, it has a tendency to attack whatever moves just because of its instinct to herd. Third, that dogs and cats are similar. Dogs and cats are completely different animals. They're very often compared. There's like a rivalry between cats and dogs. You either like cats or you like dogs, instead of admitting that they're completely different animals and you can like both. There's often a thought that if you like dogs, you can't like cats, or if you like cats, you must not like dogs. Many people like both. And it's interesting because we don't compare any other animal to dogs. We don't compare hamsters or birds, horses. It's only cats. I just realized I haven't been changing my thingamabob. Okay. Now that we've debunked these myths, let's talk about some of the pros of owning cats. Cats provide great companionship for their owners and have many great qualities. They control pests. This was a very practical one, but it is true. An article was done by Fantastic Pest Control in 2023 saying that people should get cats because they control your likeliness to have pests, like such as mice. A cat catches from 1 to 9 mice a day, depending on different factors such as age and where they live. An article by helpguide.org in 2023 by Robert Siegel, MA, on the joys of owning cats states, Owning a cat can be a very rewarding relationship because of their affectionate and ability to calm nerves. So cats can be affectionate without being over the top and getting people anxious or too excited. So they're good for people with high levels of stress or anxiety. Cats also have health benefits. Cats reduce the chances of heart diseases by 30% because cat owners have a lower heart rate and blood pressure, and this leads to a less likely chance of having heart diseases. Cat's purr is also medically therapeutic, and it's the same frequency that is used to help heal broken bones, tendons, tissues, and also heal wounds and bruises. In conclusion, many of the myths that are believed by people are not true. Cats are affectionate and not evil. In fact, they have many great qualities that make them great pets. In our discussion, we went over some of the myths that people have about cats. We went over where they came from and why they're wrong, and we went over some of the pros of cats. In my experience, cats have always been sweet, and I love my cats, and my cats have always loved me. I think it's sad that so many people don't think very highly of cats because of these myths. I think people need to change their viewpoint and realize that what they think isn't actually correct. Everyone should know the love of a cat. As Charles Dickens said, what greater gift than the love of a cat? Thank you for your time.
Do I need to do anything else? Just stop it? Okay.